Would it be strange if I tell you the Thai people don't actually use how are you in Thai? Even though you are taught to say Sabai Dee Mai and เป็นยังไงบ้าง which means are you well and how is it going in order. But in real life, if we look into the interaction between two Thai people, it's so rare that they would use these terms. So the question is now, what do people say instead? Because I think in many cultures, if you just say hi, hello, and that's it without saying anything after that, things could get awkward, right? In this episode, I'm going to share with you the ultimate guide of what do you say after you say hello. The overall arch about what to say after saying hello in Thai is context dependent. I think in English, it's almost an autopilot that you would say hi, hello, and then how are you, how's it going, without actually needing the answer back most of the time. In Thai, what you say after saying Sawadee, after you saying hi and hello, is highly context dependent. The first thing that we would say is to say nothing. Yeah, it's very common. I know it sounds pretty weird to not say anything at all after hi or hello. So let's say you work in an office. You arrive at work in the morning and there are a few people sitting on the cubicles. You would say สวัสดีครับ สวัสดีค่ะ. If you are more junior than your colleague, often you would also do this Y gesture very quickly and then you would just go straight to your cubicle. Obviously, if there are certain things that stand out to you at that moment, you might say it. So if your colleague is wearing something that is nice, you would say like, oh, nice dress, nice earrings, this sort of stuff. But otherwise, if you see each other on a daily basis, you would never ask, how are you? If you do, it would be quite weird. The second thing that people would say after saying hi or hello is, how are you? I know this defeats the title of this video a little bit, but nothing is absolute. And what I'm about to tell you is this, that sometimes Thai people do use are you well, Sabai Dee Mai, and เป็นยังไงบ้าง how is it going, in certain circumstances. Like I said before, that what you say after hello is highly context dependent in Thailand. Imagine this. If you haven't seen your grandmother for a while, maybe for a few months, when you go and visit her, you would ask her, ยาย สบายดีไหม Grandma, are you well? You know, obviously you want to check in on your grandmother to see if she's okay. At the same time, she would probably ask you back if you are well as well, and if your work and your study is going well. The same with friends too. If you see your friends so regularly, you wouldn't just ask how are you every day in Thai. You would just say, สวัสดี hi, and then you would just go on about your business. But let's say if you haven't seen each other for 2 weeks, you might say something like, สวัสดี เป็นไงบ้างช่วงนี้ Hi, hello. How's it going these days? You know, just to check in. Or when you notice that your friend looks a bit pale and maybe unwell, most of the times people would also ask their friend, how are you? Are you well? สบายดีไหมวันนี้? Are you well today? Just to check because they look unwell. So this is also context dependent. Real Thailander is cooking, so my friends and I are developing programs to help you learn Thai in a way that is very immersive. Not just one program, but 2 programs. If you want to hear more about it, please subscribe to our newsletter, which I will leave the link below at the About section and at this video description as well. Thank you. Right now, I think that some of you may disagree with me, especially with the expats that live in Thailand for a while. You might say to me that you have a lot of Thai friends who ask you Sabai Dee Mai every time you see each other. I've noticed, for example, that when a foreigner who speaks Thai walk into a coffee shop that they visit frequently, they would have these interactions with the barista, like, สวัสดีครับ สบายดีไหม and then the barista would also respond the same way. And I thought that that was quite peculiar because for Thai customers like me, we wouldn't ask these questions, Sabai Dee Mai, at all. And then it came to me that Thai people sometimes switch their personalities based on who they're talking to. And I don't think that it's intentional. I think it's an autopilot thing to do. And you know why? That is because when we were at school in the Thai educational system, I remember that. Okay, so high school looks like this. There were about 40 to 50 students in one class. And it's actually the teachers that would rotate, you know. So each hour there will be new teachers coming in, sometimes math teachers, sometimes chemistry teachers. And when these math, physics, or Thai teachers walk in, the head of the class would say, นักเรียนเคารพ students pay respect to the teacher. We would all stand up and we would do this. สวัสดีครับ or สวัสดีค่ะคุณครู สวัสดีครับคุณครู Then the teacher would say สวัสดีนักเรียน Hello students, sit down. Alright, so that's for all of the teachers except for the English teachers who happen to be Thai, by the way. So the English teacher would walk into the classroom and the head of the classroom would say, stand up, please. Students, stand up, please. And all of us would rise and we would say, good morning or good afternoon. Good morning, good afternoon, teacher. How are you? And then the teacher would say, I'm fine, thank you. And you? And then the students would say, I'm fine, thank you. And then the teacher would say, sit down, please. So you could see how these role plays are different between the English teachers to the students and the non-English teachers, like the math, the physics teachers to the students. So it came to me that, oh, I see, because we had this sort of education, it build our muscle memory. So when we interacted with someone in English, with someone non-Thai, then how are you isn't so strange after all. I actually have a funny story. So I was talking to this one guy on a dating website for the first time. And I was just trying to do a little bit of an experiment. So after we say สวัสดีครับ สวัสดีครับ, like hi, I was like, okay, let me try this. So I asked him, เป็นยังไงบ้าง? Which is, how is it going? And the answer that I got was, do we know each other? And this confirms to me that in the Thai context, if you ask สบายดีไหม เป็นยังไงบ้าง to another Thai person that you don't know well, that you don't have interpersonal relationship, they would take it as weird. They would take it as, do we know each other? Do you have the context in which you know about my health situation? You know, this sort of thing. But if it's a foreigner asking them the same question, it wouldn't bother them at all. Interesting, isn't it? The next thing that Thai people like to say a lot is talking food. Well, this is so very context specific, but imagine this. You just walk past your neighbor's house and then your neighbor saw you and the first thing that your neighbor asks you is, หวัดดี กินอะไรมาหรือยัง Have you eaten something yet? กินข้าวหรือยัง Have you eaten rice yet? And by the way, the word cow, which means rice, can also mean a meal because rice is such a staple in the Thai culinary scene. So it becomes the synonym for a meal. So rice, cow is rice, but also in general could mean a meal as well. So they would ask you this question. You don't actually have to answer this question seriously. I would say that this kind of question resemble the how are you question in English a little bit. Even if you don't feel well that you don't want to share with this person, you don't have to exactly tell them the truth. So if someone asks you กินข้าวหรือยัง you can just tell them that you กินข้าวแล้ว or ยังไม่ได้กิน and ไม่หิว haven't eaten yet, not hungry. Whatever answer that was, it was okay. It was only just a casual chat. This question is usually asked by the older Thai generation. I think it also comes down to this sort of generosity in the Thai culture as well. Because back then, when people live in villages, when you walk past someone's house, often they would just hang out, just by their house patio, eating something. So when they saw someone walking by, they'll be like, "Oh, กินอะไรหรือยัง? Have you eaten something? Do you want to join us in eating something?" So it's a classic Thai generosity. The next thing that Thai people ask after hi and hello is just talking circumstances. For example, "Oh, hi, nice earring. Hi, nice dress." It also includes talking about the weather. I know it sounds very English, but Thai people do it as well. For example, "Hi สวัสดีครับวันนี้ร้อนมาก Today very hot วันนี้อากาศดี Oh hi hello the weather is nice today or heavy rain today." So this is quite common as well, especially when it comes to someone who lives in the same apartment building as yours that you would see quite often. You would just talk about weather, the things that are right in front of you that you can make a comment of. Thai people also quite like to ask about where you came from before you run into them. So this question would be the question like ไปไหนมา and ไปไหนมา literally means where did you go before you come here? So where did you come from exactly? That's the question. Where did you come from? And I think in the Western world, if you were asked this question, it could seem a bit nosy because why would you like to know my whereabouts before coming here? It's none of your business. If you don't want to reveal where you just came from, you can just say ไปธุระมา I'm just, running my errands or whatever. I'm just doing my own business. Tura means business transaction. And when they heard that, they would be okay with the answer as well. And same as the other questions. I think when someone asks you ไปไหนมา where did you come from? They didn't actually mean to find out what did you just do. I think it's just this casual chat. It's autopilot thing for some people to just, greet you, to just say something. So it's not too awkward. You can just make up things. You can say things like, "Oh, เดินเล่น" เดินเล่น means to take a stroll. Although, if you tell people you're taking a stroll, there might be further questions like, "In this heat, you're taking a stroll?" Another thing that you might come across is when you, let's say, run into your friends in a mall, in a department store, they would say, "What are you doing here? มาทำอะไร? What are you doing here?" Or sometimes you would hear, มาซื้ออะไร? What are you coming here to buy? If you pay attention to these Thai sentences, then you would notice something quirky about the Thai language, right? And that is often we don't use pronoun. We don't use I, you, ผม ฉัน คุณ or whatever are often just omitted. If the context is clear that you are talking to someone, then often you can just say like มาทำอะไร? Come to do what here? The main key takeaway about this lesson is that when it comes to what you say after you say hello in Thai, depends so much on the context. If the context allows you to talk about the weather, talk about the weather. If you see something that stands out about the person, then talk about what stands out about the person. If you are in a certain place, you go shopping, then ask the person what they got, what they're coming here to do. If it's close to lunchtime, you can just talk about whether or not they have eaten yet. So there's just so many things that you can say. And if it's required for you to ask them if they are well or how are you, in case that you haven't seen them for a long time, or if they look a little bit pale, then you can also ask them that, Sabai Dee Mai, how are you? เป็นยังไงบ้าง? How's it going? As well. Before we move on, I just want to thank you so much for watching this and supporting this channel. And if you like this sort of content, then please subscribe to this channel, click the like button, and share this content with other friends.